So okay, we gotta talk about God of War. Come on, man. We gotta talk about God of War. God of War, and I'm just doing just like a raw review right now, like just straight off the dome. Phenomenal, fantastic. I love God of War Ragnarok, obviously, because to me it just, even though there wasn't to me much to improve on from God of War 2018, which is God of War 4 technically in order, what God of War Ragnarok or God of War 5 does, it improves on some of the mechanics. It kind of lets you go deeper into those mechanics, skill trees as well, adding certain elements to the actual movesets that you have, like extra stun damage or extra elemental damage or extra protection while you're charging up the move, because some moves they require you to hold the button and charge it up a little bit before you hit the enemy. So I love a lot of mechanics. There's not really much that I don't like about God of War. The only thing I don't like about God of War Ragnarok so far, and I beat the game, I beat the main story, so I'm not going to tell you guys the main plot points or anything like that. But first of all, I'm going to have to say this right now. The opening for God of War Ragnarok, phenomenal, amazing. To me, it's not on par with God of War 3's opening, because God of War 3's opening was marvelous. To me, that's one of the best video game openings of all time. Like, coming off of God of War 2, and you're like, okay, I gotta play God of War 3, because in my situation, I played all the God of War games in high school, like with the PS3 HD remake, or with the HD remake or whatever, or remaster. So I played all the God of Wars on PS3. So being able to play God of War 2 and then 3 right after, it's so beautiful. It's marvelous. Like, you literally have to play those games back to back, because that's how good those games are, and that's how seamless the transition is from the sequence of events from 2 to 3. So I think 3 has a very great start, only because it was playing off of what happened at the literal end of God of War 2. But God of War Ragnarok, God of War 5, the way this starts off, and a lot of people, like a lot of you guys know what happens. So I'm gonna only go up to what happens up to the Thor fight. Just like them being in Fimbulwinter, because you know that he killed, a god from the last game, the 2018 one. He killed a god from there, which is causing the events of Ragnarok. And the whole theming and messaging of this game is basically to fight fate, to not let fate bind you. And if you played all the other God of War games, you know that Kratos is someone who has fallen into fate's trap before, because he's been played in the fate's trap and has been a monumental figure in making some events happen, bringing the downfall of Olympus. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to the Ragnarok, it's playing, I think, it's playing a few years after what happened in 2018. Kratos is basically hiding from all the other gods in the Norse mythology world. It's him and Atreus. Atreus is basically a full-grown warrior at this point, which I think is dope. It's phenomenal. Because in the last game, we kind of see him. He's weak. He's naive. Which in this game, he's a little bit naive too. But I like that about Atreus, because he's his father's son, but he has his own faults. He's not just like Kratos. And yeah, he's an older version of what he was in 2018. But you could definitely see he's grown older and matured a lot more, as come into his own character a lot more. Like, he's become a lot more independent. And I like some of his forward thinking when it comes to what should they do to take down Odin, because obviously they're in the Norse mythology. The story starts off great, like I said. Just up to when Odin and Thor come to Kratos' place, because they already know, Odin don't want to die. He wants peace. You know what I'm saying? He wants peace. So when he comes up to Kratos, he's like, yo, let's make a deal. You don't hurt my guys, I don't hurt your guys. And Kratos is like, no. Kratos just says no, and then the fight with Thor, phenomenal, amazing. Oh, I'm not gonna spoil what happens in that fight, but it's amazing. Now, the later on fights that you have within the story, I don't think they were as great to me. There was only one fight where I was like, okay, this is my favorite fight out of the game. It's not even the last fight. But it's like, this game to me, story-wise, the best out of the God of War games. Story-wise, the best of the God of War games. But in terms of hype, like in intensity and testosterone, God of War 3 has to win that over for me. When it comes to the story, the middle is the middle has a bit of pacing issues to me, but the beginning starts off strong, the ending ends off strong, and it closes off, well, it leaves it a bit open to where there can be a sequel game, I heard that the studio said they're not going to make a sequel game, which I'm really happy for. The mechanics are great, graphics are great. I'm playing on the PS5 version, obviously. The enemy types are very difficult. I will say that during this game, it doesn't really enforce you to use many weapons. Like, yeah, you should, but honestly, if you like using just the Chains of Olympus, I'm just rocking with them the whole time. You get what I'm saying? I'm just whacking enemies off with the pause. I'm just whacking enemies off with that. I'm really just killing enemies with the chains. You get what I'm saying? Because I love the previous God of War games, so I'm really killing enemies a lot with the chains. The axe is cool. I will say this game made me use the axe a lot more, because in 2018 you had to use the axe because you didn't have the chains yet. You had to get that like in mid game, I think. But in this game, I use the axe a lot more because there was a lot more to me versatility, especially with some of the elemental effects and damages that you can do with the axe itself. So I really did enjoy that. There are moments where you play with another character besides Kratos. I'm not going to say who, which I do like. There was one mission though with that other character. Well, I feel like that mission was going on forever. I'm like, oh my gosh. I get it, but I want this to end. And some of the newer characters that they introduced, I really did love as well. Like Agrabota, the one that I retweeted on Twitter, the black woman, that plays the little girl. I like her as well. Freya's in the game, obviously, because she wants revenge on Kratos. There's so many other gods in the game, like there's Thor, there's Odin. I'm not gonna name who else, but if you know some of the MCU characters from Norse mythology, some of them are in here, obviously. Some of those characters are dope. I really did like the character writing. The character writing was fantastic. The characterization was fantastic. The realms themselves look great. Gameplay is really, really tight. I really love the gameplay. Like, the gameplay is so fun. There's another version of the Valkyries, but they're very hard. They're harder than the Valkyries to me. Besides that, honestly, I really have no problems with this. I really want to talk about the ending, but I'm not going to discuss the ending. I don't know. I might make a video on it. I don't know. But I will say that the ending of this game, the last mission, just the hype behind that last chapter, it almost brought me to tears. Because even Kratos, even though we've seen him grow as a very powerful person in the first 3 games, we see him grow from 2018 to this game. He's still growing as a person even more, to where even Atreus is, forcing him to grow at some point. So I'm just like, dude, this is masterful writing. How Sam feels about The Last of Us, this is how I feel about God of War. Like, this is a perfect send off for God of War. I don't know what more I could ask. God of War is a very short game. I will say that. It's one of the shorter games. Like, GTA is way longer than this. But, like, if you just, like, play this for, like, if you play this for, like, 2 to 3 hours in 5 days, you'll beat it, plus a few side missions. So, God of War, I'm not going to give it a 10. I want to give it a 10. But that compass, I hate that compass. I hate the compass. There's a little bit of pacing issues in the middle of the story. I give it a 9.5, easy, 9.5. So yeah, I'm 24 hours in and only halfway done. It's shorter than a lot of the other games I played, Sam. That's why I would say, like, the Arkham games are the shortest that I played, that are like really good AAA games. This is towards more the shorter path. But I guess, like, to me, like a Rockstar, like a Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto, to me are like way shorter. I mean, are way longer. And there's just way more to do in those games too. So I put that pause on the long end. Like, this is a medium length game. Pause. But this is like a medium length game. This is a very fun game, worth the $70. It's worth it. Trust me. Buy it if you ain't got it yet, and make sure you play it on the PS5 so your PS4 doesn't blow up. Make sure you do that. So yeah. Let me see. Let me see. I had to catch up with chat because I'm sorry. I had to give y'all. Look, Sam asked me for the raw reviews, so I had to get that review real quick. But yeah, thank y'all for actually listening. Have you read the Sasuke manga? I have not, only because I don't have it. Cast me on Switch. I need to join a friend session of all my fitness. Isn't that God of War came out in 2018, the first one ever? You're losing a lot of coins right now, even though I know you're playing. Okay, so Dom sent the video. We're not gonna watch it right now, because I'm gonna go to that 25 mark, like he said. But we are gonna react to that. God of War 3 was incredible though. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Like to me, when it comes to a finale game, and I'm gonna say it right here, Sam, God of War might be my favorite original franchise, gaming wise. I loved 1. 2 was cool. It was definitely evolution upon 1. But you gotta think, I played all like 1 through 3 like back to back. So 1 was good, 2 was good, 3 was phenomenal, 4 was fantastic, 5 was just that story, man. It's amazing. I think I might have to give God of War my favorite gaming franchise. Like original gaming franchise to where it started off in the video games. I'm not going to count like a Dragon Ball Z game when I say gaming franchise, because to me it didn't start off as a game. It's a byproduct of the show or the TV, you know, the TV shows and stuff like that, or the anime. But I'm talking about a game that originally, like a series that originally like was created as a game and is known more as the game for the game. I don't play God of War, but I used to watch a playthrough. How'd you like it? We make our own destiny. Facts, bro, facts. Wow, it's killing me. I want to play. You got to. The story has been incredible. Fact. God of War 3 definitely the most hype game ever. Facts. Just the beginning where Kratos is like ready, like he's ready to take down Zeus, and then Zeus pulls up with all the gods on his side. It's like, yo, this man is the real deal. This man is the real deal. How's the haptic feedback and graphics on new gen? Haptic feedback is weak. I say that my favorite game the best game that has haptic feedback on it, I'm gonna be real with you, I said Poison, it's gonna be a PS5 exclusive. It's gonna have to be that, because with the PS4 you gotta account for that too. Ratchet and Clank Ripped Apart, the best looking game on PS5. Still, it's better looking than God of War, but I'm not saying God of War is bad. But with Ratchet and Clank, the fur on Ratchet, come on, man, come on. That game has the best haptic feedback, because even when you step in Rift Apart, and I played that about like literally a year ago from now, the haptic feedback on that game is amazing. Now, obviously, we know Astro's Playroom or Astro's Little Bot, whatever that Astro game is, not the VR one, but the one you get as soon as you open the PS5, that game's haptic feedback, phenomenal. But God of War is cool. Like, it vibrates when it needs to vibrate, just like a regular game. How's haptic feedback? All right, graphics are great. Yeah, graphics are great. Like, Kratos' beard, that beard looking delicious. He looking like he put some oil on that thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Give it here.
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, for real, that's kind of a bummer. 34 FPS, yuck. Facts. It is a marvel in optimization for the PS4. Yeah, very impressive how well it runs. Chase saying it's short. Oh yeah, man's compared it to GTA. Every game's short compared to GTA. Yeah. Bro said it's short compared to Persona 5. My favorite franchise either Zelda or Halo. See, I never. So this is my thing, Sam. I never grew up with Nintendo. Like the one system I had, Nintendo growing up, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, not the Lite. I wish I had the Lite, and Nintendo Wii. The system I had after the Wii was a Switch. So as an adult, I've gotten way more into gaming, and I want to get some of those older games, but I'm not Nintendo. I didn't grow up with Nintendo. That's the only reason I can't put Zelda. And Halo is a shooter. I really don't like shooters like that. Games that are primarily shooting, like, you know, their whole thing is shooting. So yeah, and I never had an Xbox. I had an Xbox 360 for one day, literally. Did you know 4 volume box sets of JJK are coming out? Nelson, yes. I made a video on that. Made a video of that 2 weeks ago. Microsoft really been insulting the Halo name with 5 and Infinite though. Yeah, that last game came out, it just came and gone. It just came and went. I see Chase likes comparing lengths. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Have you played Uncharted, Chase, or Spider-Man? I have all the Uncharted games. Kira. To me, Uncharted, I wanted to put it as my favorite gaming franchise, but to me, the fantasy aspect, even though I don't like it, God of War makes me like that part, only because it's testosterone filled. Uncharted is one of my favorite gaming franchises. Top 5 favorite gaming franchises. Uncharted. To me, I will say with these Sony exclusives now, especially from the PS4 to PS5 generation, to me, they took a lot from Uncharted, from that big old cinematic feel of the game itself. I don't know what other game just has that cinematic, something worse is going to happen type of feel than Uncharted. And Uncharted is just basically a video game version of Indiana Jones, or the male version of Tomb Raider. And that game is fantastic. My first Uncharted game I played was Uncharted 3. And I loved this so much. Like, that was the first Uncharted game I had. And then, like, my homeboy, he had 1 and 2. He had the dual pack on PS3. Played those, knocked them out. Fantastic as well. 2 is phenomenal. 2 is a very good Uncharted game. 2, 3, and 4 are very great. I think 3 is only like like I rank it up there with 2 and 4 because of the cinematic scale of how it is, and just how like it just feels like you're watching a movie or you're playing the movie itself. Like, man, it just feels so good. Rift Apart, the best looking game out there. Facts. Chase, you picking anything up during Rise of the Anime Holiday sale going on right now? Sadly, I am not. Ice and Poison. I've been destroying these game sales. Like, to me, Black Friday, because I'm gonna be real with you, Ice and Poison. I think I bought my last few volumes of manga for the year like a week ago, and it came in, so I already recorded a video on that. But when it comes to Black Friday, that's when I get up on my tech stuff. Like, I'm gonna just show y'all the few games I got. Like Persona 5, I got this. Come on, let's focus up, man. Persona 5, the Steelbook version, $30. I got Lost Judgment. I got Lost Judgment and Judgment for $14 each, $15. Sonic Mania, I got this for about $10. Shout out to Sam. Come on. I got Ragnarok before. Let me see. Yeah, I got 2 more controllers. I got a purple one because they're $50 right now. And then I got a black one. Like I said, they're $50. I got Horizon. Had to get that. Had to get the PlayStation 5 exclusives. Last of Us, which I want to play on stream. This is part 1. Death Stranding. Had to get that as well. Yes, sir. Then I had to get this. Just because I wanted this physical and it was $10. I think that's about it that I got. The only thing I really want is a M.2 drive for the PS5. Like the extra storage for the PS5. That's it. But Kara, I have played Spider-Man. Spider-Man is amazing, but I don't count that as one of my favorite gaming franchises because obviously Spider-Man didn't start off as a game. I got volume 1 and 2 of JJK. Okay, nice. I'm waiting for a sequel of Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is fire. I played that last year. Good. At first it was difficult because I wasn't parrying, because usually when I play video games, I'm not gonna lie, I'm more of the offensive type, so I'd be forgetting to guard or parry, except for Batman, because Batman has some Batman flashes. But yeah, that game really taught me, like, yo, you need to guard. And I learned, and I liked it. I don't like shooters. Chase, it's okay, just tell us you can't quickscope. Cass, I can't quickscope. I can't. I don't have the reflexes for that. I'm about to call off from work when Hogwarts Legacy drop. I do want that also. Especially with the black hairstyles. I'm gonna get a character that look just like me for real. I feel that. Yeah, all pickups are W's. Can't wait for you to play Persona 5. Same. I actually want to get into Persona. Back then, I played like a mission or 2, and that was it. This game, I really want to get into it. Shay, did you hear Lie might not be getting a full English release? I've heard something about